A start to this eagerly anticipated match that I think caught all of us by surprise. If that's how we're feeling, just imagine how Wolfdogs Nagoya coach Valerio Baldovan is feeling. His team obliterated in set one by the visitors, Suntory Sunbirds, who lead Wolfdogs Nagoya by a set to 0. So, change of ends, will it be a change of fortune for the home team in black? Yes, it will, if early indicators are anything to go by. A block by Nimir, who's been matched up against Muserkiy in as many rotations as they can. And that's a good stop. Nimir at 2 meters tall is the second tallest person in the Wolfdogs team. Tallest man is not on court, Wang Dongchen of China at 205. Nice pipe again. Third pipe of the match, and Diamas has killed 2 of them. And this is what I mean about the tempo from Oya. It's spot on. Denda got sucked in by the middle attacker there. Left a lot of space for Diamas. Nailed his 8th point of the game. And Takahashi serves Tinoan up on the other side. Good block initially to stop things, but Nimir gets a go. And this time Nimir finds the court. He's been struggling in the front court. Fukatsu's sets have been taking him into block range, so he's changed what he's doing here, and he's started to attack some big angles. That was a nice finish from Nimir. And as he follows with the serve, this could be a decent lead for Wolfdogs. Overpass, put away. It's not a Nimir ace, it's a Denda block, but it was all caused by the Dutchman. The Flying Dutchman, if you will. The tables are turned. Wolfdogs are into the game. Terrifying. Chance to score. They need to take this. Oh no, why didn't he go to Nimir? Well, they've got away with it there, Wolfdogs. It'll just be Wolfdogs to serve. More appropriately, it'll be Nimir to serve. He's the key. It's just incredible to watch. Suntory all over the place. From a team that has dominated in the opening phase of this match to a team that is being taken to pieces. Wolfdogs, in the capable hands of Nimir, are back in the match. Watch the ball toss, watch the static feel, then he gets into his action. Now he's missed that one, but it's a match. How quickly can Suntory overhaul this lead? Or can they? That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Well, Yamazaki was being outclassed by the block early in this match, but watch the movement pattern there. There's not a lot of players can do that. Yamazaki is lightweight in terms of his body weight, but he's not lightweight in terms of his attacking force or his serving ability. Beautifully done. Wolfdogs into the game. It's all about power to weight ratio with Akito Yamazaki. It allows his movement to be really fluid, but he gets high, he swings very fast. And he looks like a totally different player in set 2. Just long, good leave by Fujinaka. Now then, talked a lot about Nimir changing the course of matches with his serve. This man, Dmitry Muserkiy, equally capable. Oh, wow. Now, those of you... The changes continue to flow for Valerio Baldovan. Bit of additional blocking presence here. And Diamas puts the ball out. That's his first adaptations to what is going on the other side of the net. You will sometimes see this. You'll see teams go from a position of strength to a position of severe weakness. Denda with an ace Doesn't get many of those. In fact, that's his first of the season. And Rotodenda heads off to the sidelines with a big smile on his face after this one. Look where Diamas is passing. He's passing on the 3-metre line, because they know it is actually coming onto court for Suntory's top scorer, Diamas. And the dream combination is back in harness. Alexander Swivka next to Ran Takahashi. But Muserkiy has been planted on the floor. Tinea now enjoyed that one. A little bit worrying for Suntory. If Muserkiy's been removed from court, let's hope that's not a recurrence of that shoulder issue. Ryo Shimokawa is the new setter on court, and a fine start from Kotaro Kei, out there as a legitimate hitter, so he'll play across the front line as well as the back by the looks of it. I suspect this is Lecard just changing the rotation just to give his couple of big players a break and just let this set play out, however it plays out from here. Ferocious from Nimir. He equals Diamas as the top scorer now. That's Nimir's 8th point out of the back line. Finds these seams so well. And he's used to this. He plays this role with the Netherlands. He's used to carrying this weight of expectation. 2 kills for Kai. Set waiting room already. There will be a break, of course, after the second set. Teams return to the dressing room. And 10 minutes just to ponder the situation. Like what Earnout is doing today. And you can clearly see that he's enjoying what he's doing. He was one of the standouts from set 1. And now playing that backup role to Nimir and to Yamazaki. He looks very comfortable. He will serve. Good serve. It's a great hit. Tempo ball. And they realise if you get the ball to the attacker quickly, it's very tough for the blockers to make their ground and to penetrate the net. Good serve from Kai. Well retrieved by Yamazaki and well saved by Nimir. Kai into the net this time. Just to let set 2 play out. Wolfdogs have got it in the bag. Overpass is horrible, and that's even worse. What a nasty hit. Yamazaki has absolutely hammered that into backup setter Shimokawa. And they get straight on with it. Short serve again, catches run out. Kai hits it very well. Important at this point just to talk about the difference in stature between Kai, who is just so far off the floor, but only 1.87 m, and the man he's replaced, Dmitry Muserkiy, at 2.18 m, 2 completely different types of player. Run out. A lot of pressure on the serving arms at the moment for the Suntory players because they are being outclassed in this one. 10-point lead then, Nimir to serve. We are going to a third set with the scores level. It's a case of when, not if, for Wolfdogs. It continues. This is so good from Nimir. He's on his way to double figures now with a second ace. 9 points in the bank. It's astonishing how many serves he gets in court and how good those serves are. The passing unit very deep now. And expecting another big serve. They get one, but it's too big this time. And all Suntory can do here is play and hope. They don't have anybody on court that can go on a big tear up from the service line. That option with Muserkiy and Diamas off court has gone. Nice watch. Nice watch to see where the space was. Unfortunately, the officials were watching as well, and that signal means that the backcourt spiker, in this instance, Ran Takahashi, has stepped on or over the attack line, the 3-meter line. Watch his foot, there it is, right on the blue line. That's illegal. Got to take off from behind that line when you're a backcourt player, and then you can land in the front court. That's well executed, but brilliantly defended, and that's pinpoint accuracy. Double figures then for Nimir Abdul Aziz. His 10 points is reached with a very nice spike to the baseline. Well, this seems to be the wrecking ball end. Wolfdogs trading that abject first set for a quite brilliant second. Good swing from Swiewka, his first point of the game, the Polish international. Into his stride, good tempo again for the lefty. Smacks it off the chest of Yamazaki. Backup setter Shimokawa to serve. First season with Sunbird, signed from Tridents. Short time at the service line for him as Dender gets another very good kill. Just trying to find the seam between the two blockers and get in the air and be available. And he's been found very nicely by Fukatsu. And Dender replaced. He got a serve ace last time he was at the line. Teito Mizumachi comes in. 23-year-old wingman. This time puts his serving court. Swiewka out on that right side, can't beat the block. Well, now gets the shutdown. Good job. He's almost done here. Mizumachi to serve again. It's out, but it's irrelevant. He can stay on and run the passing line. Yeah, he was wondering if he was coming off, but he's not. It's going to be the same substitution as last time. So Yamazaki comes out for the libero. Mizumachi stays in to pass the Swiewka serve. Flat 3 passing line. And Swiewka gets the ace off the net. He'll take it. A fortunate trickle ace, but they all count. The rule change that came in after the Sydney Olympics, and I was playing in a match in the National League in England, and some of the coaches weren't aware of it, and the first serve that went off the net and dropped in as an ace caused tremendous consternation. That is when secondary rule changes tend to come in after an Olympic cycle. There are a few being proposed. A relaxation of the second touch rules. There are the 2 subs. Muserkiy doesn't look too bothered about it. Oh yeah, doesn't look happy at all that he's not on court. Well, they're doing a pretty good job, the replacements. That's Kai's 4th point. Good set from Shimokawa. But I cannot believe that Olivier Lacar, when we come back from the break, between sets 2 and 3, I can't believe that Lacar isn't going to reintroduce Oya and Muserkiy. That's a great serve from Onodera. 3 blocks, 1 ace in the match for Taishi Onodera. And the passing unit are going to have to wake it up here. That was a good hybrid serve. Float ball toss, top spin on it. But he's whacked that one out of bounds. 11, the graphic is correct, 11 set points. It's just as convincing in set 2 for Wolfdogs as it was for Suntory in set 1. They're now attempting to finish with an ace, but he goes wide. Well, a smile at last from Nagoya. I think he and Muserkiy will be back in action when we come back from the dressing rooms. Wolfdogs trying to finish then. Nimir hasn't had a shot for a while. He's defended by Swiftke. And Kai with another fine hit. Do you know what? He's doing enough here to convince Olivier Lecard to maybe keep him out on the floor. Got that start when Muserkiy was injured against Sakai Blazers, but was less than convincing when that substitution was forced. And he was less than convincing from the service line there. Well, that's a weird kind of scoreline to have twice in a row, but from two different teams. Set number 3 of a match that's got 5 sets written all over it. 25-15 to Suntory Sunbirds in the red in set 1. 25-15 to Wolfdogs Nagoya in the black in set 2. It's a rather crazy start to the game. We'll see if it settles into some kind of rhythm from here. Muserkiy puts his first point on the board on his return to the court. 5 points in the match for him. And number 14, 24-year-old, 2 meters and 4 tall middleman Renaniki puts it into play. Renan terminates it pretty quickly. I guess from a neutral point of view, what we want to see is a good side-out contest. Enjoyed that one, didn't he? Hideyumi Fukatsu, a little bit tight to the net with some of his earlier setting, but seems to be on the money for the team right now. As is the returning Masaki Oya. Beats Taishi Onodera for his 5th point of the game. 3 blocks, 1 ace, 1 kill. Bit of all-round work for Onodera. The big serve of Muserkiy. Puts this one in. He still doesn't look comfortable with the arm swing. And he's seen off straight away. Power tip from Akito Yamazaki, whose athleticism in this match has been second to none. Number 26 for Wolfdogs has looked so impressive. But no one's looked more impressive than this man from the service line. Nimir is in command. Good pass from Ran. Oh, lovely swing on the tempo ball from Diamas. 9 points for him in the game, but it's all about the pass from Ran. And it's a key impact point. You can't get away from it. For Suntory, they have to get rid of Nimir at the service line straight away before he causes damage. Off pace, Diamas. Well passed by Yamazaki. Great pickup from Ran. And that's lovely setting. Really good distribution. Ryota Denda picks up his 4th point of the match. Another middleman who's had an ace. And because the block was so stacked for the ball to Nimir, there was space for Fukatsu to work. Nimir looks gutted every time he doesn't get the ball. Yamazaki aces. Would you believe it? There was a lot of rotation on that one. And the man who's chosen the same pink trainers as his hero, Nimir, puts one on the line. There you go. Resplendent in the footwear. Not this time, though. And for the first time in this slightly topsy-turvy match, we've got a close start to a set. In the previous 2, one of the teams was away to a 4 or 5-1 start. There, a long, good lead. I love that. Shunsuke Watanabe points to his coach, Valerio Bardovan, to say, great call, coach, because it was Valerio that shouted out. Denda then. One ace to his name so far today, but it's his first ace of the season. He's not a big server. Nicely done. Again, tempo ball, high, wide, on top of the net. Very difficult for the blockers to get there. And in the end, pretty straightforward for Ran Takahashi to score his 5th point. It's a great chase from Fujinaka, but once more, Nimir with way too much power for the defence of Diamas. Watch the comfortable arm swing. It gets a bit shouldery, but it's so relaxed through the ball. And his ability to find these tricky shots with power is relentless. Oh, wow! And Muserkiy determined not to be outgunned. This is a punishing spike, past 3 blockers and the defender. I think that went underneath Shunsuke Watanabe. Ran off pace. Yamazaki, good enough pass, and Nimir out on this left side, not happy with the set. It's not a great matchup for him on the tight ball with Muserkiy waiting. And Muserkiy, I think, is going to enjoy the contest as he and Nimir go head-to-head. That felt like a serve that needed to go in, and Ran Takahashi knows it. 3rd serve error of the game for him. And here's the man that does a similar job for Wolfdogs to that of Ran for Suntory. Tine Onat, Slovenian international with the serve. It's a good one. Nice pass, though. It's beautiful volleyball. Thunderous finish from Muserkiy, but again, it was all down to the pass from Ran. Oya could do whatever he wanted with that ball. I think it's time to get the big man into the game on a regular basis. One-handed set, beautifully done. Very well defended by Renaniki. He's going to get the pass as well on the free ball. And he sets it straight to Diamas. And nearly defends. It is eventually a point to Wolfdogs. Top scorer for them, top scorer in the game, Nimir. Point number 12. And just with a little dart over the block. Senior president out on court for Katsu, barking out the instructions. Power tip, well used off the block by Diamas. Gets a more comfortable set this time, but the block is well set. And Nimir has put another point on the board for Wolfdogs. Now, Diamas is under pressure now because he knows Suivka is in the wings. He knows that Lekar will make that substitution pretty quickly, and I think that was a combination of blockers there, Nimir and Dender getting a piece of it. Block is good again. And even better next time around. What a read from Nimir. He is class. One-hander. On Onodera. Well, wherever he's played, he's made a brilliant name for himself. He's been an absolute superstar in the pro ranks, Nimir. Been pretty good internationally as well for the Netherlands. Tip out of the back line from Takahashi. There's not a huge amount of convincing stuff from Suntory at the moment, but they're okay on the scoreboard. Bank Ankara, love Nimir. Pecanteran before that. Modena and Itas Trentino and Milano in Italy. Had great times with them, and Zaksa in Poland. He's been on his travels. Muserkiy defends just. Oya is front court, so he's allowed to do that. Maybe they forgot he was. First point on the board for Oya. And it's well played. Go wolfdogs is the call that the fans have been practicing for about 45 minutes ahead of this game. Out of system, Nimir can't kill it. Good pass. And slapped out of bounds from Muserkiy. Don't think he really wanted that ball. The problem was that his defence was fast and accurate and straight into Oya, but it increased the tempo of the entire attack, and he just wasn't up to that tempo. Problem time. Well dealt with. And that's hit wide by Ran Takahashi, and he's so angry with himself because the pass was brilliant, but because he's missed the shot, it means they give Nimir another go from the service line. Fortunately, he's got quite a lot of overpass kills as well. Here's the veteran setter. Back to the pain of the Nimir serve for Suntory. What a pass again. Oh, he's done it. He's done it. Muserkiy gets it off the hands of Yamazaki for the kill. And Suntory get rid of Nimir again. Massively important. They'll have to see him off at least one more time in this set. Depends how the scoring routes go from here, but he's going to serve again, and it might be at a key moment once more. Shot from the Amas. Well passed by Yamazaki. Nimir out of the back line is good again. You'll notice Nimir's not always hitting the same points. He loves to go into that seam between 1 and 6 and 6 and 5, but here realises the line is open and strokes it past the block. 15 points in the bank for Nimir. Top scorer in the match. Nice work on the Dera, as so many Japan middles do. Passes the short ball, follows it in for a kill. 6 points for him in the match. He's doing well. Has an awkward hybrid serve, so float, ball toss, but he can hit topspin or float. Float this time into the net, so commentary curse is still alive. Then that into play. Lovely shot. Great defence. Great defence from Unna, and he can't believe he's been called for that. I can't either. That's a really brave piece of work from him on an open hit as well, I think. Yeah, middle's gone. Oh, he's unlucky there. That was a good touch from Unna. Another kill for Takahashi. Run out pass as well. Off the block. Yes, it is. Kuyama gets himself a second point of the game. Now, no aces yet for Fukatsu. Just a reminder, he is into double figures from the service line, and that's why. Oh, he nearly delivers, doesn't he? Oh, wow. This time Earnout is not brave. And I would be doing exactly the same thing. Crash helmet's on when Muserkiy's got the free hit, and that's pinged off the floor and into the tip of his finger. That's hurt him. Double figures for Muserkiy. He's on 10. Nimir in the one situation where he's out on that left side, but he doesn't get the set. Earnout gets it and puts it away nicely. That'll teach them to sting his fingers. He stings back right on the baseline. Tina to serve. Good pass, Fujinake. Well defended by Fukatsu. Nimir off the hands. Muserkiy goes quick and it bounces straight back to Nimir. What a play, and what reactions from the play. Nimir loving it. So, a lead to preserve here. Earnout serves again. Dipper on Diamas. He's still on court ahead of Swivka. He might not be for much longer. Nimir with the most comprehensive of roof blocks, and that's why it's called a roof block. Watch him put this right over the top. Ain't nothing going past that. 17 points. Tineo out serves again. This is a good run. Yamas is still there, defended pretty well by Yamazaki. And a good block in turn from Koyama. Well, somehow shoved through. When you're 2 meters and 18 and the best part of 110 kilos, you're not going to be stopped in those jousts. Muserkiy garners the point, but this Suntory team in a bit of trouble here. They're going to hope that Kotaro Kai can serve them back into the game from the bench. The left-hander is in. It's a good serve. Oh, wow. That will go the way of Wolfdogs initially, but it's a backcourt setter. Fukatsu's a backcourt setter. It's been dragged away from the field of conflict by Watanabe. So the point Olivier Lecard is making is that the set has occurred on the top of or over the top of the net by a backcourt player, and that the blocker had every right to challenge there. And if the blocker got to it first, and the ball's pinged off the hand of Fukatsu, then he will be penalised for forming a block. Messy though it was.
I tell you already, if they change, I will get the yellow card.
Nimir just explaining that if he goes any further, he'll get a yellow card. That's touched first by him. Now, was it played in airspace? Was it played in airspace? He's a backcourt player, remember. If that ball isn't over the net, then it's just a fine one-handed set that's been illegally played by Diamas. Referee's got a big call here, and it's tight. It's a very tight call. He's decided to stay with it, and he's decided that Fukatsu, even though he was backcourt, has produced a quite phenomenal set to keep that legal, and so Diamas' interference is penalised. Now Suntory want a view on the situation, but the referee's given his decision. Crowd aren't going to let them off the hook here, and neither is Nimir, who's right in everyone's face at the net, smiling and chatting. They've got to watch themselves here, Suntory. It looks like Suntory have now counter-challenged. And the counter-challenge, or the appeal to at least go there, has been met with a pretty abrupt... Fair to say referees' patience in this particular instance has been exhausted. It's gone from a volleyball match to a world buzzer pressing tournament. It's going to be yellow for the on-court captain, Oya, who respectfully accepts his punishment. Yellow card then? Well, sort of respectfully. Bit to get to a red. And the teams and fans very respectful within this sport. So after all of that, Wolfdogs have the point. Wolfdogs have a 4-point lead. Uzumachi with a good serve. The Amas passes. Good defense. It's coming back. Oh, wow. That was a really good effort by Arnaud. And he just saw Nimir out of the corner. They have a rather fortunate point, but they've got Muserkiy to save them. Good pass. That's a great shot from the man off the bench. Uzumachi can't put it away, though. Diamas, in turn, is defended. Oh, that's worrying. That is by the looks of it. As a person who's had many, many ankle injuries down the years, I'm never quite happy looking at these. And there we go. It's not a bad one. It's not a bad one. It's a twinge and it's painful, but he's okay. I'm sure Nimir will play on. So the timeout and the delay sees Nimir return fine, doesn't need any extended treatment. The problem here for Wolfdogs is that this man is still at the service line. It's a great serve. Oh, what an ace. Muserkiy beaten out to his line, right side. And Muserkiy takes his first ace of the game for point number 12 of the match for him. And there's a look at the biggest shoes in world volleyball. Something like size 17s. Muserkiy, big serve, great pass on the return. They need to kill this ball, the Wolfdogs, and kill it they do. That's a very intelligent attack from Yamazaki. Just a little off-pace roll and it's good enough to beat Fujinaka, who was waiting for the power. 2-point lead. Can Nimir extend it? He can. It is ferocious serving from Nimir Abdul Aziz. It's his third ace. They developed in the 1980s as a proper team. It was originally just enthusiasts at the rubber plant who set up the team. Played as a 9-man group of athletes on the court. But now very much one of the leading lights in Japanese volleyball, and well saved, well saved. Don't think Nimir felt that was going to be defended. Well, in the end, it's irrelevant. Ran Takahashi gets his point out of the pipe. And Nimir's job from the service line is done, but it's done without him causing too much damage. Diamas still on the floor, puts his serve in just. That is exquisite blocking. I cannot tell you how good that is. Onodera has made the call here that this is going Nimir. He's watched the body language of Fukatsu and he's read this like a dream. Watch him go and watch this finish. Ran Takahashi gets pretty much all of it, but it's Onodera that shuts down the act. Suntory, owned by the drinks manufacturer of the same name, has been a franchise now since 1973 and has always had big players represented over the years. Oh, ace from Diamas via the net tape, but it's in the corner. Double figures for the Cuban, who yet again is showing his character. I was talking about the possibility of Swievka entering the fray, but Diamas has hung on to his place out there. Suntory hanging on to Wolfdogs, 21 all. Nimir makes the shot this time. Whereas a piece goes into overtime. Same for Muserkiy. So this will be decided, I think, mostly in open play. Nice pass, Diamas. A little behind him. Oh, well defended. Incredible stuff. And out from Muserkiy. And that's why defence is so important. If you can make your opposition play that ball just one more time, maybe, just maybe, they'll make the error and give you the point for free, and that's not great from Muserkiy, and he knows it. That's a point that may have cost his team the set. Super defence from Yamazaki and Mizumachi. Ran, blocked. Oh, superior stuff. Now, did Fukatsu get all of it? Or was Denda part of that as well? He's a real character, isn't he, for Fukatsu? There's no off switch. Set points arrive, all three of them. And just moments ago, that didn't look like it was going to happen for wolfdogs. Not quite the ace. Not quite the ace. That was mighty close. And Nimir goes straight to Tine Ernau, who he trusts implicitly, and asks him whether he thought it was worth the challenge. Tine says, don't bother. Let's just side it out. They've got to do that, though, against Rui Takahashi. Both brothers out on the floor. Rui in for a serving substitute. There's his kid brother, Ran. Let's see if Rui can find a serve here to save the day. No is the answer. Tine Ernau puts the finishing touches on a brilliant set. 25 points to 22. The home side wolfdogs Nagoya leads Suntory Sunbirds by 2 sets to 1.